Hello everyone. Welcome to Satir Sayanyan Academy. This is Priyanka Gavas. So today we are going to study the new chapter, that is chapter number 2 from Honeydew book of class 8, The Tsunami. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some of the stories of courage and survival. So first of all, let me tell you all the meaning of the word tsunami. So a tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. Now here also you all can see the picture of a very large and powerful wave. This is the picture of tsunami. This wave is caused because of the earthquake under the sea. So in this lesson we are going to study about the tsunami that hit the Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and also the coast of Tamil Nadu on 26 December 2004. So here are some of the stories of courage and survival. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Now the meaning of the word archipelago means a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Now in this picture you all can see there are many islands which are surrounded by the sea. So now in this lesson we are going to study some of the stories from these islands, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kutchal. So there was one person named Ignatius who was working as the manager of a cooperative society in Kutchal. Kutchal is the name of the place. So his wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. So suddenly in the morning at 6 a.m. his wife felt an earthquake. Means she saw that most of the thing in her house started shaking and falling down. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. So she went and told her husband that something is wrong and I think that earthquake is going to come. So her husband woke up and carefully he took his television set and kept it under the table so that it should not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house and all the members of the family started running outside the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. Okay, so now the meaning of the word tremors means slight shaking of the earth. In the second picture, you all can see when earthquake occurs, like this kind of tremor comes. Okay, so their house was on the coast of the sea. So when the tremor stopped, means when the shaking of the earth stopped, they saw that the sea was rising. The level of the water was coming up. So in the confusion of what to do now, the children hold the hands of their mother's father, that is maternal grandfather, and mother's brother, that is maternal uncle, and they started running in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So a large wave came and took them away with it. They were swept with the water. Ignatius never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. There were other three children who came with Ignatius and they were saved by the wave. So this is one of the story. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kutchal island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. So now the second story says that there was one policeman named Sanjeev. He was also from Kutchal Island, one of the group of Nicobar Islands. So when the tsunami occurred, he somehow managed to save his wife and his daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. But suddenly he heard the cries for help from the wife of the John, the guest house cook. She was shouting for a help. When Sanjeev heard this, he jumped into the water to save her, but during that time one large wave came and took both of them. They both were swept away in the water. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. So here is the third story. So one girl named Meghna was 13-year-old was swept away with her parents, and also other 77 people were swept away with them. She spent 2 days floating in the sea holding onto a wooden door. So all these people died, but Meghna saw one wooden door floating into the sea, and she got up on it and spent 2 days floating in the sea. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. The relief helicopters are the helicopters that helps the other people who are in danger. Now in the second picture you all can see those are the relief helicopters, and there are some people in the red t-shirt who are helping the people who are in danger. So relief helicopters were moving time and again. So far, 11 times she saw these helicopters flying overhead, but they did not see her. Then after 2 days, she was brought to the seashore by a wave, and somehow someone saw her walking on the seashore in the trauma. She was in a trauma because she was not having any of her family member with her. So this was one of the story. Almas Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Now, there was one girl named Almas Javed who was 10 years old. She was studying in Carmel Convent School in Port Blair, and there her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in the Nankauri Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. So, as it was a Christmas holiday, the family decided to go to Nankauri Island and Rahila's home. Rahila was the mother of Almas. So they all went there to celebrate the Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. So early in the morning, when the shaking of the earth started, the family was sleeping. So Alma's father woke up because of the tremors, and he saw that the sea water receded. Means the sea water had moved back. Now here in this picture you all can see the sea water had moved back. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So he understood that the water will now come with a great force with a large wave. So in a hurry he woke everyone up and tried to take them to a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. And as they were running out of the house, her grandfather was hit hard by something on the head and he fell down there only. His father went to help him, but suddenly a big wave came and took both of them away. They both were swept away with the water. Alma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. So the meaning of the word clinging means to hold it tightly. So Alma's mother and aunts hold tightly to the leaf of the coconut tree and also started calling Almas, but suddenly another giant wave came and uprooted the tree from the ground and washed them away. They also were swept away with the water. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it. Then she fainted. So, suddenly Alma saw one log of wood floating in the water. So, she somehow managed to climb onto it and there she fainted. When she woke up, she was in the hospital in Camorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. So when she came in her senses, she found that she was in the hospital in Camorta. And from there, when she recovered, she was brought to her own place, that is in Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Now traumatized means in a great shock, in a distress. So till today, if anyone asks her about that incident, she refuses to tell that. Still, she is very scared and shocked by that incident. She never thought that something like this kind of was going to happen with her. So those were the stories from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now we will see the story from a Thailand. Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. This is the picture of Tilly Smith. So the girl named Tilly Smith, she is a British schoolgirl. saved the lives of many people when tsunami occurred in Phuket beach in Thailand. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents had not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? So because she saved many lives, she won a lot many awards, but her parents never allowed their daughter to give her interview about that incident on the television screen because they never wanted their daughter to become a heroine in front of the world. They never wanted that fame. Now here is a story from Thailand. Now let's see. The Smith family from southeast England was celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. So, the whole family went to celebrate the Christmas in southern Thailand. Tilly Smith, who was 10 years old girl, her sister was 7 years old and her parents were Penny and Colin Smith. So, they all went to celebrate the Christmas. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake off northern Sumatra earlier that morning. Now, the meaning of the word triggered means a violent reaction, a sudden reaction. And the meaning of the word northern Sumatra means the islands of Indonesia. So it was on 26 December 2004 and tsunami was about to come. Many islands of Indonesia had already faced the violent reaction of earthquake that morning. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered. The beach was getting smaller and smaller. I didn't know what was happening. Now, when the Penny Smith was interviewed, she told that she remembered that the water from the sea was swelling and kept coming in, and the beach was getting very smaller. By looking all these things, she was very confused because she had never seen like this kind of happening in the sea. Okay, swelling means puffing. Now in this picture you all can also see that the water of the sea is puffing up. But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. But Tilly Smith came to know that something wrong will going to happen. She remembered her geography class, the lesson on tsunami, which she had taken 2 weeks before flying to Thailand with her family. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to foam, bubble and form whirlpools. So she also noticed that slowly the water of the sea is rising and started to foam, bubble and forming whirlpools. This is the picture of the whirlpools. She remembered that she had seen this in class in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Her geography teacher had shown her class the video and told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. So she suddenly remembered that the video on tsunami that their teacher had shown them in the geography class that hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946, and their teacher had also told them that tsunamis can occur due to earthquake, volcanoes and landslide. Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. Now the meaning of the word scream means to shout out loudly. So Tilly came to know that something very dangerous will going to happen. So she started shouting at her family to get off the beach. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. She got more and more hysterical, said her mother Penny. Now the meaning of the word hysterical means to get scared and shout with cry. So she told her parents about the earthquake in the sea and she was more scared and shouting with cry to get off the beach. I didn't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So her mother says that she doesn't know what the tsunami was, but looking at her daughter's face, she came to know that something serious must be going on. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. So they all started shouting at the other tourists to get off the beach as soon as possible, and they all ran from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel, and also many tourists came with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. I was screaming, "Run!" But when they turned behind and saw at the sea, they felt like the sea is also running behind them and will cover them. Tilly's mother started screaming, "Run, run!" Okay, in this picture, you all can see there are many tourists, and these people are telling other tourists to get off from the beach. The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. The building withstood the surge of three tsunami waves. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. So they took shelter, means they stayed at the third floor of the hotel. They saw that their hotel was hit by three powerful waves, and if suppose they had not ran from the beach, they might have swept away with the water. Now in this picture, you all can see how big the tsunami waves can be. So the Smiths later met other tourists who had lost their entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, they had been forewarned. Forewarned means inform someone about the danger. So after all these things, they met other tourists who had lost their families in the tsunami, but because of Tilly, many tourists had saved their life. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates about the terrifying tale. So when the family returned to their hometown in England, Tilly told her classmate about the terrifying story of tsunami. Look carefully at the picture of the boy and his dog and try to describe the things that you see using just words and phrases. Either the teacher or one of the students can write down the words and phrases on the blackboard. This is how you can start. Calm, blue sea, ruin hurts. Now, this picture that is given on the slide, that is also there in the textbook, this picture you have to describe in your class, like with your classmates or even with the teacher, what you can see in the picture. Before the giant waves slammed into the coast in India and Sri Lanka, wild and domestic animals seemed to know what was about to happen. They fled to safety. Now the meaning of the word slammed means to shut forcefully, and fled means to go or to run. So now we will see about the tsunami that hit the Indian coast and Sri Lanka. So before tsunami came into the Indian coast and Sri Lanka, the wild and domestic animals sensed that something dangerous will going to happen. So they ran towards the safety, means at the safer place. According to eyewitness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher grounds, dogs refused to go outdoors, flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas, and zoo animals rushed into their shelters and could not be enticed to come back out. So, according to the eyewitness accounts, if animals sensed about this thing, about the danger, then elephants will start screaming and will run for higher grounds for safety. The dogs will refuse to go outdoors for a walk. Even the bird flamingo will leave its breeding area and will fly to other areas, and the zoo animals will run into the shelters and they will not come out even if you force them. So it is said that animals possess some senses and they can feel the natural disasters before occurring. Many people believe that animals possess the sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. Some experts believe that animals' more acute hearing helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. They can sense an approaching disaster long before humans realize what's going on. So many people say that animals possess sixth sense and they can even feel the vibrations and when the earth is going to shake. They can sense the coming disasters long before humans can realize. We cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not, but the fact is that the giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean killed more than 150,000 people in a dozen countries, but not many animals have been reported dead. So it is not sure that if they can feel the vibrations and they also possess a sixth sense. But when the tsunami occurred in the Indian Ocean, more than 150,000 people died. But the carcasses or the dead bodies of animals were very less as compared to the people. So here there are many accounts where animals were found unharmed during the time of tsunami. Let's see. Along India's Cuddalore coast, where thousands of people perished, buffaloes, goats, and dogs were found unharmed. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka is home to a variety of animals, including elephants, leopards, and 130 species of birds. 60 visitors were washed away from the Patannangala beach inside the park, but no animal carcasses were found except for two water buffaloes. So, along the India's Cuddalore coast, thousands of people were found dead, but the buffaloes goats and dogs were found unharmed. So even in Yala National Park, which is situated near the Patannangala beach in Sri Lanka, 60 visitors were washed away in the tsunami, but no animal dead bodies were found except for 2 water buffaloes. About an hour before the tsunami hit, people at Yala National Park had observed 3 elephants running away from the Patannangala beach. So it is also observed that before the tsunami in Yala National Park, 3 elephants were found running from the Patannangala beach. A Sri Lankan gentleman who lives on the coast near Gale said his 2 dogs would not go for their daily run on the beach. They are usually excited to go on this outing, he said, but on that day they refused to go and most probably saved his life. So one of the Sri Lankan gentlemen who lives on the coast near Gale said that usually his dogs are excited to go for outing, but that day they were not ready to step out of the house. They refused to go, and because of them I also saved my life. So these were some of the stories when tsunami hit many parts of India and other countries where people lost their lives and families and many survived. So, the moral of the lesson is that we should always realize the importance of human and animal life. We must also have some knowledge about the disaster management. Our acts should be courageous, careful toward others, passionate, and compassionate. So, with this, we finish with our lesson. If you like the video, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.